Yeah, I know I'm pretty late to the party when it comes to all this new Halo news. Y'all have probably seen dozens of videos by now talking about it. But if for whatever reason you've been living under a rock for the past couple days and you haven't heard about it, I'm Sug, and I'm gonna be breaking down this little YouTube video that the Halo YouTube channel put out. But before we get into the big juicy details, I just gotta kind of say this because some people are misinterpreting this video. There is no new Halo game that announced yet. All the footage that is being shown on screen is not from a game or even a tech demo. It is, in the words of the YouTube description, a research project by 343 Industries. And speaking of 343, they are no longer 343. Great segue there, I know. After however many years that 343 Industries has been founded, they have finally decided to rebrand for whatever reason, calling themselves Halo Studio. Honestly, I don't really have much of an opinion on this. I mean, it's a rebrand. It's cool, I guess. I mean, it sort of gets straight to the point that they make Halo games since Halo is a part of their name. But I don't know, I feel like they could have done something within the Halo universe to reference aside from just having Halo as half their studio name. I feel like they did that pretty well with 343 Industries, you know, referencing 343 Guilty Spark. Maybe they're doing it because 343 has had sort of a negative connotation to the Halo community for a little while now. I mean, I have my own personal opinions about 343 and how they have done things since they've had the Halo IP. But I don't know, some people are weird about game IPs and game studios, and a little small percentage of people love to bitch and moan on Twitter about them like it's a 9-to-5 job. I'm not saying I hate the Bungie games or hate 343 or like side with any of them. I just feel like dick riding a game studio's a little bit weird. But yeah, I feel like that's kind of why, but also because that 343 has drastically changed since they first started making Halo games, it feels like. There's a lot of different faces, especially within like the higher up positions, and maybe they feel like the environment's so different that they should change the name. I don't know, I'm just making up theories here because I'm bored. Side note, I feel like they could have used a bit of a better logo design. I don't know, they could have spun it on the Halo title logo. It kind of just looks bare cheeks in my opinion. But now on to the second major little doodad that was mentioned in the video. All Halo games coming forward will be made in the Unreal Engine. Thank fucking God. Just a little history on game engines with Halo here. All of the Bungie games, all the way from Halo Combat Evolved to Halo Reach, were made in the Blam engine, which Bungie made. And even after 343 took over, they still used the Blam engine. Halo 4 and Halo 5 used the Blam engine. But then 343 decided, you know what? We're gonna discombobulate this engine, make our own new thing, call it the Slipspace engine. And that is what Halo Infinite runs on. And it is the same piece of shit on why updates are so fucking slow. Yeah, the engine is held together by duct tape and rubber bands. And even if they didn't decide to make a whole new engine and stuck with the Blam engine, I feel like that would still be pretty bad because I don't really know a lick about game development, but learning a whole new engine and how that kind of code works is a bit of a pain in the ass in the sense that it takes time, and time is money within the business world. And it's even worse if you do something like what 343 did with Halo Infinite and you hire contract workers that only work for a certain amount of time and don't stay with the studio forever. And also the Blam engine was made around the time when game developers just decided to start making their own engines for their own games because it was the mid to late 90s and widespread gaming like Doom and Quake and all those little doomer games were still a new thing. But yeah, 343 switching to the Unreal Engine, which is really well known within gaming development, absolutely banger move. But you might be asking, Sog, do you think this will save Halo? Do you think Halo will rise from its dirt ash covered grave and be what it was in the early 2000s? Me personally, I'm not gonna ride on the copium train on this. This is still 343 that we're talking about. I'm sorry, Halo Studios that we're talking about. I feel like I've held on to hope with the Halo franchise for a little bit. Like even with Halo 5 and all of its advertisements coming out, I was holding on to hope that things were going to get better. And same thing with Halo Infinite, and my little dreams were kind of shattered. But I still have a tiny bit of hope within what's coming next with Halo. Again, 343 has changed drastically since they first started. And also, this little research project render that they've put out kind of nudges a little bit at the rumors that there's going to be a Halo CE remaster, which, you know, as much as I would like something different, maybe a side game, maybe a continuation of Infinite Story, maybe a Halo 3 anniversary, I feel like for the franchise, it would be absolutely great to go back to where the story started, because I feel like Halo has just had such a negative reputation for such a long time that people hearing about Halo don't want to touch it, whether they've played the game before or they have never played any of the Halo games. And I feel like if Halo Studios makes a really good remaster of CE and maybe adds in some content from like all the Halo books and novels and all that jazz, I feel like that would get some really positive attention on the game and would make people really get into all the other Halo games. What's next from the story? Whoa, Halo 2, this is cool. Halo 3, wow. You know, that kind of stuff. I have my own opinions on what Halo CE Anniversary 2 needs, but that's going to be its own separate video because I've been taking a long time recording this audio and I need to take a shower and snooze. If you guys enjoyed this video or found it helpful, consider liking and subscribing so I know that you guys actually enjoy this content that you're watching. And I'll be seeing you guys whenever I'm not busy with school and work. Peace.